Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Straight Path Question and Answer program from Sharjah TV, United Arab Emirates. I'm Abdul Malik. Well, in this program, Straight Path, we are discussing with the various types of questions and inquiries that I'm receiving. So please, whatever you have in mind, send it to straightpathqa@gmail.com. and I will answer your questions accordingly. The question that I received this time is about the Friday manners and etiquettes. And as a matter of fact, 2 Fridays back, when we were praying here in Sharjah, and we have only one mosque where the English khutbah is, khutbah is delivered in English. A friend of mine, he came to me and he said that no one is talking about the Friday manners and etiquettes, and the reason is because he was somehow aware of what are the errors and faults and mistakes that we are committing, or when we are involved in it when we come to Friday prayer. And he was disturbed by some people, though they came late. Here in UAE, in Sharjah, the Friday Azan is called nowadays at 12:20, 12:25, somehow before 12:30. But for those that are coming late, then they're jumping over the shoulders of the people. But when we go to the etiquettes of Friday, we will go more comprehensively. Some people, they believe that Friday night, which is Thursday evening, this is also a difference that we need to understand, that night is before day. And probably I have mentioned that in previous programs. That so Thursday sunset is called Friday night. So not the Friday sunset is the Friday night. So there is a difference between the Islamic custom and tradition and versus the non-Muslim custom and tradition. Some people, they particularly on this night, Thursday evening, which is Friday night, they recite Surah Al-Mulk, or they recite Surah Al-Rahman, Waqi'ah, Surah Yasin, or maybe Baqarah or any other surah. Well, there is no such evidence from the Prophet ﷺ that we should recite any particular surah. However, every single night, Prophet ﷺ used to recite Surah Al-Mulk, تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ الْمُلْكُ وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. So that chapter, if someone is reciting every night, and then, of course, Friday night is one of those nights. But if someone is not reciting it every night, or is not reciting once a while, and he wants to recite it only on this particular night, and this is what we call it bid'ah. This is where the problem comes from it. You do not specify this particular night with this specific surah. If someone is reciting, let's say, Monday night, and then Tuesday night he was tired. He did it on Wednesday night, and then Thursday night he will do it again, no problem. So it means his schedule is there that he will do it every night. But if a person not reciting the entire week or the entire month, and this, some of those nights they pick the Surah Al-Mulk and recite it, this is what we don't want to do. That is because this is part of the worship. And hadith of Aisha and many other Sahaba, they narrated, "Man ahdatha fi amrina hadha ma laysa minhu fahuwa rad." Whoever created or innovated anything in this religion which is not from this matter, from this religion, it is rejected. And then the morning of Jum'ah. What should we do on the morning of Jum'ah? One of the very widespread custom and tradition, which is very, somehow it's not praised among our society, that people, they don't sleep the entire night, and before the Fajr prayer they sleep and they miss the Fajr prayer, right? But they are very focused on the Friday prayer. Well, if the Friday is the prayer, then the Fajr prayer was also the prayer. We should not miss the Fajr prayer, is because the Friday is off day here in the Muslim world, and then we sleep all day till 10 a.m. or 11 and then wake up and go to Jum'ah. So what the Muslim people are doing here, that they are very focused about, taking their families, wife and kids, and getting ready, taking showers, putting nice clothes in, very well hygiene, and then going to the Friday. But the rest of the week, complete silence. So we don't want to be seasonal Muslim. Muslim on Friday and Muslim in Ramadan. this seasonal Muslim, we should avoid that. We're Friday Muslim and Ramadan, and then the rest of the year and the rest of the days, we're like, any other people. I don't think that's something which will take us to the, to the highest level. So the morning of Friday, it's غسل يوم الجمعة wajib. And some of the hadiths say, taking a shower on Friday is must. Now, it is recommended for us to be very well clean and neat and to wear the best clothes possible. As a matter of fact, some of the Sahaba, they used to have special clothes for Friday, which was distinguished, or they were distinguished for that purpose. They say, okay, here is the Sahabi is coming up. It's because they were known for that. So it's like the any other festival or the Eid day. So Friday is type of Eid. So we should, perfume and hygiene should be applied and come to the mosque as early as possible. Now, here is the problem. Among the major problem is coming here where most of us were involved in this mistake. Coming to the mosque as early as possible. The Prophet ﷺ says, a person who comes to a mosque in the first hour as if he donated the camel. Well, at that time, 1430 years back, if you donated a camel as if you donated a chopper maybe, or maybe the Airbus 380, it was equal to, so because camel was the most expensive transportation tools at that time. So that will be the reward. And a person who comes next as if he donated the cow, the third person, he comes as if he donated the goat and sheep. The fourth person, he comes as if he donated the chicken. And then the fifth person, he comes as if he donated the eggs, and so on. It means the first you come, the maximum reward you get, and then the reward will be reduced. It means what we say usually, the first come, first serve. So those who are coming first, they should be rewarded abundantly sometimes. Now, angels are standing in front of the mosque and registering the name of those they are entering the mosque before khutbah starts. For those that are coming after khutbah starts, their name is not in the register. So this is a huge red flag on those people. They are coming to the mosque after khutbah is started. So what does that mean when their name is not in the register of the angels? It should be understood very clearly that it's danger. So to some extent, it is very much required to enter the mosque before the khutbah starts. Now, coming to the mosque before the khutbah, maybe you can come an hour ago or two or 5 minutes before the khutbah starts. What should we do? The first thing we are required minimum to pray 2 rakat of Tahiyatul Masjid, which is called welcoming yourself to the mosque or welcoming the mosque. So 2 rakat, 2 cycle of prayer. This is if the khutbah is not started, you pray 2 and maybe more. If khutbah started and you come into the mosque, you only pray 2 and then you sit and listen to the khutbah. With the debate, of course, some scholars, they will say, no, you should not even pray those 2. Sit right away when, to the khutbah and listen. But we have the hadith when a man came and he sat, and the Prophet told him, did you pray 2 rakat? And Prophet was delivering khutbah. And he said, no, he said, stand up and pray 2 rakat. So anyway, that's not the big issue, but the problem is to come before the khutbah, and then what should we do? So read Surah Al-Kahf. Surah Al-Kahf is chapter 18, right after chapter 17, which is Surah Al-Isra. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba wa lam yaj'al lahu iwaja. All that around 110 verses, which will take you approximately, the average reciter, the person who recites with the tajweed, melodies and rules and regulation of the Quran, I think it will take around 15 minutes. And the fastest person would, for those that don't care about the rules and regulations, it will take 10 minutes. And for the very slow, it will be around 20. So it's not a big deal. And the reward of those that are reciting Surah Al-Kahf and some of the hadith, that they will be protected from the mischief, from the fitna, from the trial of the Dajjal. So this Surah Al-Kahf will protect you till next week. So why not? If you cannot recite the entire Surah Al-Kahf, at least the first 10 verses, try to recite as much as possible. And here I would like to share with you the leadership quality that, I have done this experiment with the kids. I have a son of 12 years and then 11. The 12, for the past 5 years, he's trying to finish Surah Al-Kahf. So nowadays, sometimes he finishes, sometimes he didn't, but somehow he's trying, but we reach to mosque before half an hour, sometimes 20 minutes. But the 11th, he's trying, so he always stops somewhere, ayah number 30, 40, so on, right? So you try that with your kids. By the time they reach 15, you'll see this surah is even memorized. So you may be driving to the mosque, you may be walking to the mosque from your house, it's 5-10 minutes walk or drive, you start reciting Surah Al-Kahf. By the time you reach to mosque, you're done with the Surah Al-Kahf. And there is no restriction that you cannot read at home. You can read any time, but it's the Friday. Also, another mistake people, they